Have you ever felt like you're trapped in a repetitive loop? Like your life is stuck in a pattern, and no matter what you do, things seem to always be the same? Well, what if I told you that the reality you're experiencing isn't as fixed as you think? It might actually be a simulation of your own making. Neville Goddard, a well-known teacher of metaphysical principles, believed that we're not simply victims of life's circumstances. In fact, he argued that we are the creators of our own realities. Everything you experience, from the relationships you have to the opportunities you receive, is a direct reflection of your inner consciousness. The simulation we feel stuck in is a reflection of the beliefs, assumptions, and emotions we carry. And according to Goddard, once you realize this, you have the power to exit it and create a life that reflects your deepest desires. In this video, we're going to explore how you can break free from the cycle, exit the simulation, and step into your true power as a conscious creator. You don't need to wait for the world to change. By changing your thoughts, beliefs, and assumptions, you can reshape your world. Ready to break free? Let's dive in. The Simulation Explained. Neville Goddard's perspective. Neville Goddard believed that the world is not as separate from us as we might think. Instead, he proposed that the world we experience is a direct projection of our internal consciousness. Think of it as a mirror. Your reality reflects what's going on inside of you. The events, circumstances, and people you meet are not random. They are reflections of your thoughts, emotions, and assumptions. To understand the simulation, we need to first grasp this key idea. The world around us is malleable, shaped by the beliefs and assumptions we hold. If you believe that life is a struggle, you'll attract more situations that reinforce that belief. But if you believe that life is abundant and filled with possibilities, you'll begin to see opportunities appear everywhere. In Goddard's view, your consciousness isn't something that passively reacts to the world. It actively shapes it. This means you have the power to create the reality you want. The world isn't happening to you. It's happening through you. Your thoughts are the architects of your reality. Once you understand this, the idea of a simulation becomes a metaphor for your mental landscape, and you can change it anytime you choose. How your consciousness shapes reality. Imagine that everything you see and experience in the world is like a reflection of your inner thoughts. The clothes you wear, the people you meet, the circumstances you encounter, all of these are mirrors of the beliefs you carry within. This is the core of Neville Goddard's philosophy. Your consciousness is not just an observer of life, it's a creator. The world is not fixed. It doesn't have predetermined rules or outcomes. What happens in your life is shaped by your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. If you believe you are destined to fail, you are unknowingly creating experiences where failure manifests. But if you believe that success is natural for you, you will begin to see opportunities for success everywhere. For example, consider someone who constantly thinks about how they can't get ahead financially. They may see themselves as poor or incapable of attracting wealth. As a result, they're unconsciously creating more situations that keep them stuck in a state of lack. But if that person begins to think and feel as though they are already wealthy, their outer world will start shifting to reflect that new internal belief. To exit the simulation, you must first recognize that your consciousness is the key to the experiences you have. The more you change your internal thoughts, the more your external world will shift to match. This is how you become the creator of your reality, by changing your thoughts and beliefs. The power of assumptions. What are you really manifesting? Assumptions are incredibly powerful. The assumptions you hold about yourself and the world shape your experience more than you realize. In fact, Neville Goddard argued that your assumptions are one of the main driving forces in creating your reality. Let's say you assume that you will never be successful. Every time you think about your future, you mentally reinforce that assumption. You might see others succeed, but in your mind, you've already assumed that success is for them, not you. This assumption becomes your reality. But here's the kicker. If you change that assumption, if you begin to assume that success is inevitable for you, your reality will start to shift to match that new assumption. Assumptions can be as simple as believing that life is easy or that you're deserving of happiness. If you assume that people like you and treat you with respect, you will start attracting more positive interactions. On the flip side, if you assume that people are out to get you or that things are always going wrong, you will see evidence of that as well. To break free from the simulation, you must consciously choose the assumptions that align with the life you desire. Start by identifying the assumptions you've been unconsciously making and challenge them. Replace negative assumptions with positive ones and watch your reality begin to reflect those new beliefs. Rewriting your past, the power of revision. One of the most powerful techniques Neville Goddard offers is revision, the process of revisiting and rewriting your past. Many of us are stuck in old memories, past mistakes, and painful events that continue to shape our present reality. But what if you could change your past? What if you could reframe those events in a way that empowers you instead of limiting you? Goddard taught that the past is not a fixed entity. It's a flexible part of your consciousness that you can revisit and change. The key to revision is to mentally recreate past events and rewrite them with a more empowering outcome. For example, if you experienced a failure in the past, imagine a version where you succeeded. If you had a difficult relationship, picture a scenario where things went smoothly and you were treated with love and respect. By revising your past, you change the emotional charge attached to those memories, which in turn changes the way you experience the present. Time, according to Goddard, is not linear. It's all happening simultaneously. When you revise your past, you change your present and future. To exit the simulation, it's essential to let go of limiting past beliefs. Use revision to rewrite your life's script, empowering yourself to move forward with confidence and clarity. Technique 1. Living in the end. One of Neville Goddard's most powerful techniques is living in the end. This technique involves imagining and feeling that your desires have already been fulfilled. Instead of focusing on how to get what you want, you focus on the end result as though it's already done. This shifts your focus from lack and desire to fulfillment and completion. For example, if you want to manifest a new job, instead of worrying about how to get the job, focus on the feeling of already having it. Imagine yourself in your new position, feeling proud and successful. Visualize the satisfaction of having everything you need. By living in the end, you align yourself with the reality you desire, and in doing so, you magnetize those experiences to you. This technique works because it helps you embody the state of the person who already has what they desire. The more you embody the emotions and experiences of your desired outcome, the more likely it is to manifest in your reality. Living in the end is a game changer when it comes to exiting the simulation. You stop waiting for the world to change and start embodying the change yourself. This shifts your frequency and aligns you with the reality you want to create. Real-life example, glitching the matrix. Let's say you've been practicing Neville Goddard's teachings, focusing on living in the end and shifting your assumptions. You've been imagining your ideal life, visualizing yourself already living it, and embracing the feelings of having achieved your goals. And then, one day something incredible happens. You receive a phone call out of nowhere, offering you a job or a financial opportunity you'd been dreaming of. You run into an old friend who introduces you to someone who becomes an important part of your life. These events feel like glitches in the matrix, unexpected, serendipitous occurrences that seem almost too perfect to be true. But to someone who understands Neville Goddard's teachings, it's not a glitch at all. It's simply the result of aligning your inner world with the reality you want to experience. When you change your consciousness, the world around you starts to shift in ways that reflect that change. What might seem like a coincidence is actually the universe responding to your inner state. This is how the simulation works, and this is how you glitch it. The role of meditation, quieting the mind to reprogram. Reality? Meditation is an essential tool when it comes to reprogramming your reality. It's easy to get caught up in the busyness of life and allow your mind to be overwhelmed by external distractions. But when you meditate, you quiet the mind and tap into a deeper state of consciousness where true creation happens. Neville Goddard believed that the mind needs to be still in order to create effectively. Meditation helps you get into a relaxed state, free from distractions and negative thought patterns. This is the perfect state for imagining your desired reality, visualizing it in vivid detail, and feeling the emotions as if it's already here. The more you meditate and practice stillness, the more you can consciously create your desired reality. Meditation helps you align your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs with your goals, allowing you to reprogram your subconscious mind and manifest what you desire. Now that you understand Neville Goddard's teachings and the methods for exiting the simulation, it's time to step into your power as the conscious creator of your life. Remember, The world around you is not fixed. It is a reflection of your inner beliefs, thoughts, and assumptions. By applying techniques like living in the end, revising your past, and meditating, you can shift your consciousness and begin to create a reality that aligns with your deepest desires. You are not a passive observer in this simulation. You are the creator. Take control of your thoughts, change your assumptions, and live in the state of having your desires already fulfilled. The simulation will begin to shift, and you'll see the world around you start to mirror the new beliefs you hold. It's time to stop waiting for change. You are the change. You are the creator. Now go out and create the life you deserve.